created this.
Ain't no something, it's not a way. Ain't no something,
I'm forgiving, nigga. You don't trust him. Look, it's crazy these decisions took a toll on my body. Gotta smoke a bunch of weed just to eat and shit. That's probably why I'm always waking up out my sleep, thinking my closest bro body me. Cause he mad I'm chasing my dreams. I never wanted problems, but my nigga obviously this world cold and I'm sliding with heat. They talk a lot, but I only hear earful. I'm careful, therefore what they saying first I was taught not to believe. So no more lying to me, you can lie to yourself. No more bangouts for the gang, I'd rather die for myself. They say you bound to need help, day one's gonna have it out for you. Therefore they doubting you just like a liar at church. Made it out of the dirt, to a house and a fence, lost it all. Now I'm trying to get it right back again. Know if you in my way, it ain't personal, dog. Touching every block, won't even miss a curb or two, dog. Fuck all that hot shit, you pop shit, I'm serving you, dog. Go ask the projects, I'm known to get a bird or two off. Now who are you? Yeah, who are you? Yeah, when I was running around town, making plays on the down, doing all the shit you gangsters can't do. Please tell me, who are you? Yeah, who are you? When it was 10 toes down on the pavement, and I never made a statement, that's something you sucker niggas can't prove. Please tell me, who are you? I'm feeling like I owe it to myself. Let them burn bridges, I'm swimming like Mike Phelps. The fact that I knew I was better just might help. They been out here claiming that they the champs without belts. Oh well, you know it's time to get the winning. Had to wrestle with my finances, but now them checks is pending. And the best ain't been through what I've been through, that's what make us different. If they ain't gonna give up easily, we locking in submissions. I let God be the witness. They knowin' my intentions. I'm from McKinley Projects, them South Bronx trenches. From the stoop to the benches, to this rap shit with followers and mentions. But listen, they know I'm focused like a dentist, so if you think you winning, forget it. Well, I ain't never letting up. I'm walking beats down on them and forever stepping up. And if I got to up this Lizzie, you ain't never getting up. Niggas say they shooters, but we know they never gripping up. I get no fucks about these niggas and they feelings. Never forget what they did to me, and that shit's unforgiving. Let's go. Now who are you? Yeah, who are you? Yeah, when I was running around town, making plays on the down, doing all the shit you gangsters can't do. Please tell me, who are you? Yeah, who are you? When it was 10 toes down on the pavement, and I never made a statement, that's something you sucker niggas can't prove. Please tell me, who are you?
Ain't no something.
We here, chat. Shout out to everybody who's here. We on T Street. T Street, you know, we just say what we feel, we do what we want out here. We really just don't let nobody alter our opinions on how things look. And we get to the media, we get to the entertainment because they can't keep their business out of the entertainment. We here to do that. Shout out to everybody who tapping in, man. You know I got me a joint. You know I do. So you better roll yours up if you haven't yet. We gonna get right on point with this shit, man. I know y'all seen the upgrades. Excuse me to all the people tapped in with me. I know y'all seen the upgrades. I know y'all seen a lot of different things that we got going on. Just with the stream, just with, you know, trying to upgrade everything like I've been telling y'all. And we getting to it, man. Shout out to my boy Ninja, man. I love you to death. One of my closest brothers, one of my closest friends for years. And we've been behind the scenes just really upgrading and getting things, you know, in order, you know, to get this to, you know, to the level that we want it to be. So again, we ain't gonna get that without people supporting, without people, you know, shouting us out, sharing the page. You know, promotion is everything. A lot of people think it's hard to stop what you're doing and help somebody. You know what I mean? And shout them out or make a post or something like that. But it ain't that hard. You know, I did that for people who,
I had, brief encounters with during music and during my time doing music and doing shows. I did that for a lot of people. I kept my door open for a lot of people, and in return, I always got a lot of love back. So I encourage everybody to do that. Family, friends, man, keep your motherfucking line open. You know what I mean? Always be available for a shout out. Especially if you showing your support for the thing. That's a part of support, man. And but with or without it, I want to make that clear. With or without it, man, we gonna be getting to it. So ain't no monkey wrench in these types of vehicles we riding in. Straight, ain't no monkey wrench gonna stop that. So, again, shout out to the ones who do support it. Shout out to the ones who tap in, and to those who don't, you'll catch on later. We'll be rocking later. Man, it's as far as the upgrades, we got a lot of different equipment. Shit, I've been trying to get my little equipment on and learning, every day as I go. So, as you see, I got to get comfortable in it. I got to get right in this little chair. But yeah, we just been working on on really upgrading everything and getting it to where we want it to be at. And really just trying to get ourselves, behind it. I believe that behind the scenes, you got to be strong. I believe that behind the scenes, you got to be, to where all that shit's mapped out, everything's situated behind the scenes. All your T's got to be crossed, your I's got to be dotted, your bed's got to be made, tucked and folded. You can't have really nothing slipping behind the scenes. And then on camera, everything will work itself out as long as you got it. But so that's our approach with this. It is definitely working in our favor. Regardless of any numbers or shit like that. We want, like I said, we want the comfortability first. We want to be able to, get comfortable first. So that's what we focusing on. Besides that, man, we've been chilling. You know what I'm saying? We've been chilling. We've been looking at the media and all the shit going on. I know y'all see Vince McMahon, man. We gonna talk about Vince McMahon tonight. And the allegations against him, man. Somebody again who just last stream, man, we talked about Will Smith, and we got into the interview with Brother Bilal, and we talked about I spoke to a real good friend of mine. I hope he don't mind that I shout him out. Shout out my boy Heck F Baby. We talked tremendously about that. And he watched the stream. He watched parts of it. He's a busy dude too, man. He's a get to the money nigga, man. Shout out to him and his family and my people over there. But we talked about this a lot. And what I love about him is one of the same reasons I got a cousin to me who's like a brother to me. And I love him, just as much for the same reason. Of course, more he's like blood family, but I love him for that reason just as much because they always open my eyes to different. I mean, sometimes we could see one or two ways things could go, maybe three ways, but you never see that one way that make the most sense as the first time you looked at it. And that's what they open my eyes to. They always be like, man, but I would look at it like this, or what I got out of it was this. And it always makes pure sense to me. So shout out to my guys, man. They know I'm doing the CAD. They know I'm doing the stream. They know I'm, my opinion is going to be something that is, looked at and, for the most part, picked apart, depending on who's watching. So, you want to be as accurate as you can with the things you say. Or even if it ain't accuracy, you just want your opinion to be you want it to have the most common sense based on the facts that you have, right? So that's where I stand at with that. Give me a second, chat. I want to fix my lighting. I know my lighting got a little off. I want to fix that, man. I want this shit to be right? So I want to, give me 1 second, chat. Hold on. All that should be a little bit better. But yeah, I just wanted to, I always want my opinion to be, or my point of view to be based off of something that's real and something that, it weighs in on what the conversation is, and you taking the realest out of it, and that's what my bros do for me, man. So shout out to them. I love y'all, and I hope we have 100 of these conversations soon. You know what I mean? And we continue to chop it up and we continue to learn from each other. But outside of that, man, tap in. How's everybody's week, man? Man, any progression, anything going on? Anybody want to talk about any topics anybody want to talk about? Make sure y'all hit me up, man. Let's get involved. I'll be wanting to chat. I know y'all got social media. Y'all got Facebook, y'all got Instagram, just like me. Y'all got the Shade Room, and y'all got all that shit. Red Table Talk for all the terrible ladies out there who still want to support Pinky Toehead. I know y'all got Red Table Talk too. So, man, any y'all know I'm being petty. But yeah, man, anything that y'all feel like I should be talking about, get to me with it, man. Comment and or get right to me in a live chat. But listening about everything that's going on it's been brutal, chat. It's been brutal. It's been way crazy. It's so much shit going on. Fonnie Willis. I don't know if y'all comfortable with that name in your house. So she is the DA on the Young Thug case. She's who indicted Young Thug and also indicted Donald Trump. And just about a week or two ago, Donald Trump exposed her and let people know that she was sleeping with somebody that was hired to investigate Donald Trump for these charges. So, that's going to put a damper in things, but that's not the first rumor that we heard about Fonnie Willis. There's a lot of shit surrounding Fonnie Willis that people don't. I mean, most people probably know, but for people that wasn't paying attention, there's a lot of things that she's been involved in or allegedly involved in that just really don't make her rap sheet look good as far as being a district attorney. So we're going to get into that. But outside of that, man, I got a couple more topics. But Vince McMahon, oh my God, Vince McMahon, y'all. Anybody who know who that is, spam the chat, man. This is bad. Trigger warning. This is a trigger warning for anybody with a weak stomach, with just not the tolerance for, sexual abuse, to be able to have to read that and, go through certain things, man. This is very, very disturbing what he's been accused of and what he's being sued for right now. It's extremely degrading to women. And I do not play it for that matter, of course. I play it just to give you a heads up on what this situation is and what's going on in these streams and, in the things that's happening. So that's really why I play it. But I want to get to that. That's going to be mainly the focus a lot of this chat. It is extreme. As I said, I don't think there's enough trigger warnings, but I just want to show y'all a little bit of just what's going on, man. And, of course, I do a couple of quick pauses and give my take on things. But for the most part, I think it really puts the hammer down on what the lawsuit says and what he's accused of. So let's get to that real quick. And I'll be in the chat with y'all, chat. Let's get to it.
The entertainment industry has once again stepped down after accusations of rape, assault, and human trafficking. We're analyzing the 67-page lawsuit against 78-year-old WWE founder Vince McMahon and bringing you some of the most shocking details. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Janelle Grant, a former staffer in WWE's legal and talent departments, has filed a lawsuit in U.S. District Court against World Wrestling Entertainment, more commonly known as WWE, Vince McMahon.
And just let me know, chat. I got timestamps for everything, so if y'all want to skip to the nitty-gritty, we can. But I do think the more details, the better. So, as long as you can watch a little bit, just let me know.
The founder of WWE and executive chairman, and John Laurinaitis, a retired wrestler and head of the talent relations department for WWE. Now, this was filed in Connecticut because McMahon and Grant are both Connecticut citizens, and Connecticut is where WWE headquarters is based. Now, first, let me tell you, before we even get into this lawsuit, a couple of things. We are mentioning her name, Janelle Grant, because she has chosen to be publicly identified.
That's very
number one.
important.
Number two, this lawsuit includes very, very sexually explicit text messages and descriptions that we cannot show you here. We just will not do it. But what we are going to do is break down some of the most disturbing allegations as best as we can. So to start, there is a line at the beginning of this complaint that I thought was very interesting. And it says, quote, Miss Grant is filing this lawsuit not just to address her own suffering, but also to act for those who are afraid to speak out. I find that interesting because, as we have seen sometimes, when a high-profile person is accused by one person, then others will come out too. One person's claims gets the ball rolling. Sometimes they aren't comfortable coming forward immediately. But just to let you know that Vince McMahon, he has already been accused by prior employees of trying to cover up their.
Now that's another big thing. He's been accused multiple times, and a lot of them got swept under the rug. And even as having as big of a name as he has, a lot of people didn't fucking know. Why? Because money cover up a lot of shit. But as you see the you see the title on the stream, man. So we ain't going to really, sit and fuck around like we ain't read, what's going on, man. We gonna get to this, and we want to figure out, man. After that Diddy lawsuit, is it only gonna get worse with these motherfuckers? After Vince McMahon, is it gonna be somebody who's doing worse shit to these women who don't deserve it? We'll get to it, chat. We'll get to it.
Relationship. So some of this is not new. Having said that, when we get into the details of this, it's kind of unthinkable. But according to the lawsuit, Grant met Mr. McMahon in 2019 when they lived in the same building. Grant's attorneys say that she had been the full-time caregiver for her parents, who both died, and that the family home was lost in the parents' bankruptcy. The complaint explains that she was in a really low place in her life. Well, after being introduced to McMahon, he befriended her, showed her a lot of attention, allegedly offered her a role with WWE, told her that he would, help her life. Although what that role would be wasn't entirely clear in the beginning. And that seems to be something that McMahon allegedly took advantage of. You see, from the beginning, Grant alleges that McMahon would greet her in his underwear at his condo, pull her close to him, tell him intimate details about his personal life. Now, Grant says eventually she was coerced into a sexual relationship with McMahon in exchange for a new role at WWE called Administrator Coordinator in the legal department.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical products. It's Amazon's other company, Audible.
Now, while she started there, McMahon eventually transferred her to the talent relations department headed up by John Laurinaitis, again, a co-defendant in this case, a former wrestler. But despite Grant's alleged pleas to end this essentially quid pro quo sexual relationship with McMahon, it did not. And according to Grant, it only got worse. First, Grant says that McMahon would share sexually explicit photos and videos of her with men both inside and outside of the company, including TV production teams, executives, producers, crew, even a world-famous athlete looking to sign with the WWE. This person is not identified in the lawsuit, and we'll talk a little bit more about this later on. Then McMahon is accused of recruiting individuals to have sex with Grant or participate in threesomes. He also allegedly directed her to have sex with Mr. Laurinaitis, who's again named in the lawsuit. She was expected to perform sex acts at WWE headquarters before, during, and after work hours. And to give you an example of what we're talking about here and what she was allegedly subjected to, the lawsuit says that on May 9th, 2020, McMahon defecated on Grant.
Read this, chat. This shit is this is bad. This is bad, Chad. This is bad.
Head during a threesome and commanded her to continue the sexual encounter with the third person referred to as McMahon's friend. She later learned that that third person was McMahon's physical therapist. And just going back to that other allegation about McMahon and Laurinaitis having sexual contact with her at the office at WWE headquarters, this was allegedly despite her begging them to stop, and each held her down as the assaults happened. They allegedly said to her, "No means yes." Truly.
That's that billion. That's that billionaire talk, chat. No means yes. I got enough money that your no doesn't mean shit to me. Who that sound like? Who that sound like, chat? No means yes after you defecated on this woman's head and told her to continue to have sex with someone else while you went and took a shower. That's fucking insane. If this is true, bro, from Vince McMahon, which honestly, man, let's just get to it, chat.
Horrific stuff when you think about this. The lawsuit just describes these multiple sexual encounters between Grant and McMahon, which Grant says were not consensual. She claims that he assaulted her multiple times with sex toys named after male wrestlers. According to the lawsuit, quote, in addition to her panic attacks, Ms. Grant began experiencing increasingly severe physical, mental, and emotional symptoms, including sleep disruption, dizziness, exhaustion, rashes, weight loss, hair loss, and migraines. Quote, in addition to her panic attacks, Ms. Grant began experiencing increasingly severe physical, mental, and emotional symptoms, including sleep disruption, dizziness, exhaustion, rashes, weight loss, hair loss, and migraines. November 2019, Ms. Grant informed Mr. McMahon that her doctor suggested that her symptoms stem from trauma and ongoing stress. McMahon mocked her, quote, emotional trauma, my ass. However, on November 20th, 2019.
Who that sound like, chat? Who that sound like, chat? Who just got supposedly a $30 million lawsuit settled in less than 24 hours? Who that sound like to tell somebody some shit like that? Emotional trauma, my ass. I don't think that I think that these types of people are the walking signs. These types of people are the walking proof that race doesn't matter. The walking proof. Of course, it's going to matter to black people because we're the race that is the most oppressed. But when it comes to being a devious person or being a good person, if you were dealt the same hand, race wouldn't matter at all. What would matter is who you are. These people are sick. And this is Hollywood. This is the Hollywood that millions of people get up every day and chase a spot to be a part of. This is the Hollywood. I hope you guys really understand the dream you're chasing, and that I hope you guys don't wait till it's too late to ask yourself if it was worth it. There's a lot of people out right now, and money don't change how they feel when they wake up in the morning. Money doesn't change the thoughts that go across their mind when they're around certain events or when they're around certain people, or that they just don't go around certain people. Even though being as rich as you may be will always put you around certain people. It would always have you near those people. Welcome to Hollywood.
McMahon insisted that Miss Grant see a physician of his choosing. There's another allegation regarding someone identified only as WWE superstar. This is a...
Who y'all think that is? Only identified as WWE superstar. Motherfucker, it's 180 of these motherfuckers on the roster right now. How many has it been? How long has this situation been happening for y'all to just classify him as a WWE superstar? That's another thing that I want to... I choose that to stand on the fact that it's wrong. When you drop a lawsuit, name every motherfucking body. Name everybody. Don't hold just one person accountable because they know it's wrong when they choosing to pull their dick out and fuck with you when he say so. Blame everyone.
Pro wrestler in the organization. And the allegation is that McMahon used Grant as a sexual pawn to entice this WWE superstar to sign a new contract with the company. During the course of this event, or series of events, McMahon texted Grant a reminder that she was an enslaved object to him, saying, quote, "I want to drive you lower and lower, so low that you might beg me to sell you."
That's fucking sick. That's sick. That shows you the lowest level of confidence from a man with the most money. The lowest level. This is the same dude who had his daughter in the WWE getting pimped out on roles between wrestlers until one honest wrestler actually really liked her and kept her and married her, and they're together to this day. This man is a piece of shit, in my opinion. If these things are true, I can safely say it only makes him more of a piece of shit because he's been blamed for this so many times and settled out of court. But this is a massive lawsuit. And these are the people, again, these are the types of people, family, that us young people and well, not us, I'm old, but the young people we look at and the young ones who trying to chase their dream and do their thing and have something and take care of their family and live wealthy. These are the types of people that they are chasing to be around. So at the end of the day, would you trust it? I don't want my kids in Hollywood. You better Hollywood your ass from the house. You better Hollywood your ass from college. From whatever store you're going to own or whatever entrepreneur you're going to have, because it ain't going to be in Hollywood. Because we growing up with morals. I don't give a fuck if it's 2024. We going to raise them like it's 94 because we raise them with morals. I was raised with morals and principles. Hollywood ain't never been for me. It ain't going to be for me. That's for sure. Let's get back to it.
McMahon reportedly showered Grant with gifts financed by the WWE, including tickets to VIP.
Better not even fucking start.
Events, gift cards worth thousands of dollars, clothing, jewelry, flowers, BMW, chef-catered dinners, a spa vacation. And then in January of 2022, McMahon had told Grant that his wife had found out about their sexual relationship. He said that her time at the WWE was at an end, but insisted that she sign a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. In the lawsuit, her lawyers say, quote, "In the days ahead."
Now, where does this put you at as far as a money situation? When his wife finds out after the 15th time she's all right. Just think about this, chat. I'm gonna leave this until y'all can get a little bit more information.
Ahead, McMahon put Miss Grant under immense pressure to sign, saying that refusing would not only jeopardize McMahon, his family, and the company, but that she'd surely become a public headline, suffer reputational ruin, including from the pornographic content McMahon had captured, and face McMahon's legal resources. Conversely, McMahon reassured her that her signature would ensure his continued support and protection and safeguard her reputation. Ultimately, Miss Grant succumbed to the pressure and signed the NDA in exchange for payments, which McMahon later stopped making. The lawsuit claims that multiple high-ranking employees at WWE knew about this sexual relationship, as well as assaults allegedly committed on Grant at the offices, but did nothing to stop it. Grant's legal team says that she is suffering from PTSD and has struggled with suicidal ideation. Now, this lawsuit has different claims or causes of action that I'm going to go into right now. And remember, in a civil case, the standard of proof is not beyond a reasonable doubt, like we have in a criminal case, but usually preponderance of the evidence. That's a lower standard, meaning that Grant has to show that more than likely this happened, more than 50% that these things happen, that they're true. So it is a lower standard to prove, but you still have to prove your claims nonetheless. Here, not only Grant's account, probably her testifying, but the incredibly sexually explicit text messages that are included in this complaint, the ones from Mcmahon, yeah, that can definitely help prove her case. And during discovery in the course of a litigation where they will get more information from McMahon and WWE, this is going to be evidence from the defendants that Grant hopes will help prove her claims. We can't show you or read you these text messages in the complaint because honestly, they're just far too graphic and explicit. But they include alleged texts from McMahon.
I have the text messages, chat. I have them. We can get to them. It ain't no thing because I feel like they are a little graphic, but they damn sure need to be seen. And it needs to be shown the type of people that you around and the type of shit that they do. Oh, I'm off screen. My bad, y'all. But it definitely, I'm gonna get to these text messages. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
In which he describes
text messages and show y'all the type of shit that he was doing. So let's go to my boy. You already know my boy. He always got everything on deck. And we got the text and everything. Boom. I think it might be this one. Give me 1 second.
This game,
Do not start cussing me about these ads.
you're not ready for it.
I'm getting a little angry now. But this is it right here. So just listen to this. I already got a couple of ones, but this is the actual court document.
How much is she?
So
She
let's
probably
get to
won't say a number what she's suing for, but let me see. Wait, give me 1 second. The last thing is usually you get like a little summation of what is being sued, you know, or like what the intended damage is.
I'm gonna get myself out of there because he got his.
Wherefore the plaintiff requests,
but just pay attention to what's going
on.
And this shit is gonna
declaratory
be nuts.
judgment that the NDA is void and unenforceable. That's one. Judgment for compensatory damages, reasonable attorney fees. Interested in the dudes, and you.
Don't do it. Don't y'all dare. Don't y'all dare.
Taxes, as we call them, we're having the time of our lives. Listen to truthful story.
Let's get right here to
Just
it.
pound away till you.
Let's get right here to it. Cause I think it's like 3 or 4 pages of messages, man. They were fucking horrible. So here's where they start, but I'm gonna play right up to where he was just, saying a bunch of shit and what led up to him sending these messages to her and why, and just the complete disregard for how she felt, what she was going through. That she didn't want to do it anymore. She wanted out of this shit. Just the complete disrespect. And that right there goes into these messages, which the video we were watching, they weren't going to show you, but shout out to him. He did a better job at breaking down what was going on in that lawsuit, but now we have the lawsuit. Shout out to academics, man, always being on point, having the right people around him to get all this shit. So let's spin this right here. And listen, it's brutal, man. So just, bear with me, but the truth is the truth, and we wanna just get straight to it, man, with no lies and no faults. So let's do it.
That Vince McMahon sexually abused her and sex trafficked her to others within the company. Now, this is part of like a, I believe a lawsuit that, is kind of came out of this. And he said, following the threesome on May 11th, 2020, McMahon sent an explicit text message to Miss Grant that further detailed his fantasies of seeing her engage in sexual relations. This is supposedly Vince McMahon. So he says, I love it. That's you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future, it's going to be so bad you'll demand to be fucked twice a day and not just with so-and-so in a 3-way. Why not let others see the beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollable when you come? Jesus, this is like mad graphic. They'll go out of their minds. Then I'll find some more friends and we'll tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way any way they want. Who can make you scream the loudest? Maybe I'll just line them up and have them squirt in your mouth, your pussy, all over your tits and ass at the same time. You'll be covered in cum and we'll make you eat it and taste
All right,
everybody's
Chad,
cum.
over to the next one because I don't like to hear all
The
of
next
this shit.
morning, you'll be a little sore, but you're gonna want. We'll go, but even further. And the thickest cock goes down your throat, so it makes you gag and convulses as those big black cocks pound away. It feels like from the start you're being assaulted, but
now peep that part right there, Chad. That makes you know that these people don't give a fuck about how these women feel. That you can tell a woman some shit like that and tell her it'll feel like you're being assaulted. How would you know? Why would you? Wild is wild, but sick is sick. And sick is fucking sick, my people, for real. This shit is sick. And one thing I don't want to shout out academics about, and I'm very straightforward, he got to stop reading shit like this. I know he be doing shit, to keep his shit lit and stream shit like that, but man, you reading this shit with a little too much enthusiasm and trying to sound like the nigga, like that shit ain't cool. Like there's a victim here. And I never liked that. That's one of the few things I like, that real motherfuckers do. But Act really don't do that. And he do a lot, and like I said, I fuck with Act. That's my guy. But I really wish he dumbed down the internet when it comes to real life shit. Do a better job dumbing that down, my guy, because reading this shit all animated like it's some type of joke really ain't no motherfucking joke. And yeah, the bitch gonna get paid, excuse my language. Yeah, the woman gonna get paid. We in Florida, so we. But yeah, the woman's gonna get paid and she's gonna have a payout. But you think Cassie gonna not have nightmares? You think her and her husband's relationship is just all gold because they got money? Because the common sense in this matter is the fact that it's the motherfuckers with money who have to do this shit. It's the people with money who got to do it. So what does money matter to a motherfucker? Because I don't feel like it does. I don't feel like having money of course it brings you a certain level of happiness that is above the level that you currently at when you don't have that type of money. But it'll never bring you overall happiness. Never. You got to go to God for that. You got to go to inner peace for that. You got to go. It's so many other places you got to go before you think you just going to get that. And that's why these people so unhappy. Because money ain't the end of it, my guy. Look at Nicki Minaj. This has been the most unhappy bitch for the last 10 years. She been the #1 fucking rapper, female rapper for years. And you just mad. You just hating on anything moving. Any female moving. Why can't you anticipate being a better person to the people around you? That right there is what I believe would bring happiness on top of the money. On top of the money. So, like I said, man, these motherfuckers are demons. These are different types of people. And, they out here. They really out here. And this niggas, it's probably niggas who it's motherfuckers who act like this right here and they got 100,000. They got $500,000, $250,000. Just enough to make you think they got more than what they got. That shit is sorry, man. Yo, pardon that, my bad. Got a new little system. I hit a button, but I give a round of applause to these women. And I give it to them. Let me let the crowd calm down. I give them a round of applause for standing up for themselves at some point. At some point. I don't give a fuck if it was 50 years later. Shit like this. Now, don't hit me with that. Don't hit me with that. Oh, nigga, Bill Cosby. All right, I know. Because 20 years later on some one night crazy shit, it's hard to distinguish who's telling the truth and who's not. I get it. Even though some shit look crazy, still. But something like this, something of this magnitude of degradation that you're doing to these women, you are completely overruling them, just manipulating them, controlling them, auctioning them, trafficking them. And in the midst of these things that you're doing, you give zero fucks about how these women feel. That's insane to me. He has daughters. He has a wife who look like a fucking a Dollar General broom. He got one of them who older than a fucking pair of cowboy boots at Garth Brooks' house. So it ain't no spectacular reason why he's doing it. Everybody fucking know. You've been doing it. You've been that fucking nasty. We all know. But not this fucking nasty. Nobody knew that. Nobody. No one knew that you were this goddamn gross to take a shit on a human being. A woman at that. The human who births kids. Fucking weird. Let's get back to Act. But Act, man, stop. Yo, Act. Yeah, real quick, man. Stop doing that shit, man. Real shit. Stop doing that, man. Stop being so excited to talk about these women's fucking, worst moments of their lives, possibly. So, and that it'll make you look like you got some damn morals too, And we sure you got some, but damn. But let's get to it.
It's made you come nonstop. Just one continuous, constant orgasm, and just before you pass out, those big black dicks squirt their load of cum inside you. As you lay on your stomach, the cum is coming out of all your holes. I'll turn you over and jack off all over you.
Fucking sick bastard.
Then they said around this time, McMahon openly shared explicit photographs and salacious stories about Miss Grant with the WWE crew at the TV tapings, a group Mr. McMahon also referred to her as her fan club. Indeed, Mr. McMahon's exuberantly messaged her a truthful story of having just shared the explicit content with a group of 12 men on the WWE tech crew and recounted the obscene details he shared with them. I just passed my phone around to a bunch of guys on the tech crew. They were screaming, "Oh my gosh, she's fucking beautiful. Look at that ass. I'd like to get that." I paused to count out loud how many guys there were. 12. What the fuck?
Oh,
I said,
my
okay,
God.
there's 12 of you. And she would love to fuck each and every one of you at one time. The guys cheered. But she will only do it if she takes 3 at a time. What? She wants one.
I told y'all, man, this shit is sickening. This shit is legitimately gruesome and disgusting. And that's why I'm not really looking at the screen chat. I'm just trying to get through this quick piece of the stream. Because it is devastating, man. And not to mention, again, this is somebody that we grew up on the fucking TV in our face every Monday night on Raw and every Thursday night on SmackDown. And pause on the Raw. And pause that whole, pause. But, goddamn, bro. And then to just be gross, to just be disgusting. It just, like, what is this? At what point, what do you trust in sports or entertainment? What do you trust? Who, rather? What CEO you trust? You trusting L.A. Reid? Trusting Diddy? Carl Crawford? You trusting him? You going to quality control? Where you going? You gonna work with Will Smith? I would. Just not no gay movie, but shit, I would. You like man? Oh well. It's just where it gets to, man. It gets to the point where it's like, what is the point in chasing a dream when you get there and it leaves you more hurt than ever? You know how many people, you know how many superstars are out there that live like Orlando Brown, and the media don't publicize it because they want them to stay under the dirt, so that they don't start talking, so that they don't start, asking questions about why they not lit no more and why they can't have a job. It's something that we got to deal with. Well, not we. I ain't shit. I chose to. Anybody who know me, man, I did my thing a while ago, but I chose to have my son and have my family, and also have peace. I just wanted peace. I didn't want to be running around doing shows, having to carry my family everywhere and have them uncomfortable while I'm having the best time on stage, and then be stressed out running around and figuring out this and trying to do this and independent. That, man, I ain't want that no more. Why not live normal and let your family have a better shot at a normal life so that they can learn more, and they can learn more of how to protect themselves and how to take care of themselves. And so I could be more of a father. So that's why I gave that up. But most people, man, they want that lifestyle, not realizing that this would come with it, man. Welcome to T Street. I'm gonna only give it to you raw, man. It's T Street, baby. That fake shit ain't allowed over here. They better keep it moving down them, you know what I mean? Them little avenues they got. We on T Street, for real. I'm only gonna keep it solid. Let's get back to this though, man. Try to get through this shit, man. I just want y'all to know, again, trigger warning for anybody who just joined. This shit is ferocious.
Deep in her ass. One down her throat and one in her pussy, and you can pound
and
her.
You go with all this fucking animated bullshit.
On pounding her till you pop your load. She may scream and try to say no, although it would be difficult to say anything with a cock stuffed down her throat. They laugh. I then said, listen. Listen, no matter what, you just pound away till you squirt. Baby, these guys were having a blast with me. Some of them didn't believe me, so I said, you are the greatest fuck in the world, and no matter how much you get, you always wanted more. And then I said, she loves cum. What? Baby, these tactics, as we call them, were, what the fuck? Let me follow with the mouse, my man. Tactics, as we call them, we're having the time of our lives. Listen to truthful story. I then said you would take a 10-minute break between each fucking, but you would get back on your hands and knees with your ass in the air and say, okay, I'm ready. Who's next? LOL. I drove them to wild, baby, or I should say you drove them wild. Oh, I drove them wild, or I should say you drove them wild. Just imagine if this happened, baby, how much cum you would have coming out of all your holes. On February 5th, 2021, Mcmahon and Grant, he sent Grant to establish his schedule for when other men, including physical therapists and Laurent, I don't know who this is, could have sex with her, which she tried to rebuff. Exactly, baby. He's not the only one. So-and-so called me this afternoon begging to eat you and fuck you with his nice and hard dick. So she says, hey, give me another week, baby, and I'll be ready. I'm feeling more like myself. It's not great, but I'm getting better. Tell him soon. Says, I already told him, baby. By the way, Johnny wants Tuesdays, but not this coming one. And the occasional Saturday, but maybe I could shift it to Thursday nights. Johnny would like all the above. What?
That's fucking insane. This right here, I'm honestly surprised, truthfully. I'm surprised that he hasn't settled this already. I'm surprised that this didn't. They said Diddy settled in less than 24 hours. They didn't say how long it was before he settled. Vince McMahon should have settled fucking faster than that with this shit right here. He should have settled the minute that his lawyer told him that the bitch was walking to the goddamn office to sue him. He should have been like, tell him to come out here. I'll fucking give him whatever they want. Because this is horrible. This is horrible. This is the type of shit that they need to lynch your ass for. Really, this is terrible, man. I really don't understand why money would make people feel like you can just control another human being that is born with the same feelings that you feel. Not in the same way, or the fact that they may not feel any. But that shit is just unwarranted, is what it is. Unwarranted, knowing they're younger than you, they're manipulated by what? Money. Money. Everybody. Money, money, money. And this is what chasing money leads to as well. To doing what? Like I said earlier. We getting raised with morals around here. This woman broke her morals for money. Because she wanted money multiple times. And you will see that throughout this lawsuit. But does that take away the damage and the manipulation that was done to her? Hell no. Go get all your money back. As far as I'm concerned. Because shit like that, man, you just... Again, man, this is why Hollywood ain't for everybody. And it sure as fuck ain't for me. I'll write a nigga a song or two, but... Fuck that. Fuck that. Hollywood shit terrible.
What in the fuck is this? Deadline. Let me see if I can go to this.
Listing your house on the market isn't the only way to sell your house. Selling to us is much faster.
All right, now.
Let's see if I can find. Where can I find this whole thing? So I'm on Deadline. This is crazy. In that context, in one revolting alleged group sex incidents, Boat stands out.
Listen closely.
And persifies the overall tone and tenor of her filing. Early in the encounter, McMahon immediately directed her to lay down on her back in a supplicating position while straddling over her. He
Oh my God.
He defecated on her head. He left the shower but instructed her to remain in place with excrement in her hair and continue the performance for his friend. While Miss Grant requested protection, none was offered. McMahon and the physical therapist actively continued with the threesome directed by Mrs. Grant's sexual performance for around an hour and directed her sexual performance for around an hour and a half while she was covered in feces. It's horrible to say. There's a lot in this filing stating her experience with McMahon and WWE. Grant is seeking a wide range of unspecified damages, having seen her name previously leaked to the press. When hush money claims first came up several months ago, she now wants a declaratory judgment that the NDA is void and unenforceable and does not bar any of the plaintiff claims against defendant McMahon and WWE.
All right. That's for the women. That's for the women who decided to actually sue this bitch ass thing and really decide to hold some type of accountability, whether it be him getting, to the point where he got to pay out, to him getting smothered everywhere, and nothing. I don't think anything's gonna make up for it. Like I said, I think doing going to the extreme with someone like that and doing these things like that. I'm really not going to get too much else into it until a later day because there's still more details to come out. But I wanted to give y'all a heads up of how gruesome this shit is going to get. And, of course, you know this is not going to be the only lawsuit that his ass going to get hit with. With the amount of details in this lawsuit, you know somebody is doubling up right fucking now. They in a waiting list to sue this motherfucker. It's who could get to the courthouse first. Because you know this is not going to be something regular. This is not going to be something where, oh, all right, he just got sued this bad. He's going to run off and take whatever billions or $1 billion he got, $1 billion or whatever couple billion he got afterwards and disappear. It's going to be more people. Look what happened with Diddy. Cassie exposed him. Them lawsuits got a hold of him quickly. He's still fighting, trying to get Jane Doe to tell people who she is. Hell no. You raped me already. Now you want to see me again? Give me my money. Fuck you mean? Give me my money, damn it. You over here fighting to get me to get them to tell me, oh, all right, well, you got to let them know your identity. What the fuck for? You did it. Every detail you need to know is right there in the lawsuit, along with the pictures of your black ass while I'm sitting on your lap with your goofy gay ass. These people crazy. We got other topics. I knew this topic wasn't going to be one of the ones that I chose to really stick around for long. But listen, we talked about Fonnie Willis. Before, you know, we could get to Fonnie Willis, we'll definitely talk about her, and I'll fill y'all in for those who's not familiar with Fonnie Willis. But one thing I do want to talk about, I want to give a stern message, and that's just, it's just more of a message, you know, for me, you know, just, you know, over the past week, a lot's been learned, a lot of things been done. But one thing I want to say is, man, don't never find something that you're good at and not do it. Don't ever find a situation where something brings you peace and it doesn't bring anybody else any harm or any stress and not do it. Do it. Because I shit you not, child. I don't do this for no money. And we've invested a lot of money into this. A lot. Straight up. I can safely say that. We upgrading every week. Shout out to my boy. I appreciate you and I love you. You know who you are. But we upgrade, and we doing this because I enjoy this. I enjoy kicking back and talking to people, and, you know, everybody else's business that's already on Front Street, we can just kind of take knowledge from it as we sit and kick it. That's my number one goal. But it's a peace. It brings a peace. It brings a comfortability. It brings an understanding that you can this is a new way of getting a hold of people and getting and being, it's like we sitting in the same room. But it's just my dumb ass talking with my old ugly, old big bearded ass. Gotta deal with me. But for those who love me, never had a problem doing that. So that's who I do it for. I do it for those who know me, those who fuck with me, and those who really just, you know, who don't mind hearing from somebody who just looking for peace. People get on this shit and they want the drama. They saying shit intentionally because they want you to be you know, into it with them or antagonistic. I ain't really here for all that. I'm just here for a little bit of peace and shit talking, you know, and kicking in with my people, but damn sure bringing the real. We don't specify on no fake shit. You can keep it. You can keep it. We don't want it. On T Street, we don't do no fake shit. Ain't no boots on no cars over here. We all got motion. All of us. Everybody. Ain't no boots on T Street. So that's my number one thing. I just wanted to get that out there, man. Because we're gonna keep on upgrading, we're gonna keep it moving, we're gonna keep on pushing, and we're gonna keep on building, and we're gonna keep on appreciating y'all and letting y'all understand that it's partially because of y'all, mostly because of y'all, partially because of me, actually, and we just gonna keep on building and keep on pushing and making progressive moves and heading in the right direction. And ain't really nothing stopping that. So let's just get to it. But yeah, I had to let y'all know that. So, Fonnie Willis. I don't know if y'all know, but again, she's the DA in the Young Thug case. She's the one that chose to bring these charges to Young Thug. She's also the one that charged Donald Trump with his election fraud case in Georgia. And excuse me. Out of all the speculation that has been around her, it's funny because the one speculation that I gave a fuck about, nobody gave a fuck about. Nobody. She, now in this RICO indictment with her and indicting Young Thug, she was accused of sleeping with the murder victim in the Young Thug case. So what I don't understand is for that accusation to come about and nothing come about it, I don't understand why everybody's looking at this like it was a surprise. Now, this is the whole Trump attack shit, but I'm looking to find where, oh, damn, they taking over the internet, ain't it? I put up Donovan Nut Thomas. Oh, here we go. Oh, so what's funny is, look at this. Donald Trump called her out for having a relationship with the gang member. He didn't call her out for having a relationship with the person that she was found, well, admitted now to having a relationship with until he found out about it and called her out about it after. Wow. This is serious. This is serious.
With District Attorney Fannie Willis. Hey, what's up? I'm A-Dub, and check this out. So the former president alluded to Willis's connection to YSL co-founder Mondo Crenshaw during a rally earlier this week in New Hampshire, where he accused the prosecutor of having...
Now, Mondo was the only person to not get charged in the YSL indictment, even though he was a founding member of the YSL. I'll let that go.
An affair with the gang member.
They waited, and I probably have another one. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess, they say that she was after a certain gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect.
Trump is ridiculous. Like Trump, Trump is the type of racist that he don't even give a fuck whether he sound racist or not. He just gonna say what the fuck he want to say. He don't give a fuck. That nigga, Trump the type of nigga to use racism against you for his people. Like, no, we were oppressed, motherfucker. Like, she's just some type of racist, whatever she is. He make racist sound like it's like an ethnicity in itself. This and he orange as hell. But hey, it's funny because he called this shit out already. And the person that he's calling this out, and the person that he's calling that she slept with is already had passed away. He's the murder victim, as I told you. This exposed her sleeping with a person who was hired to take Trump down, which creates what? Major conflict of interest. And now she's just recently admitted to it, but says that her case against Trump was not tampered with. So let's get to that.
call with Ukraine. Remember.
Donald Trump's claim stems from a Rolling Stone interview with Mondo in January, which revealed that Fannie Willis previously represented him in a 2019 aggravated assault case. Willis, who has since reinvented herself as a tough on-crime prosecutor, spearheaded the sprawling RICO indictment against Young Thug's YSL crew, who are accused of being a criminal street gang behind a series of violent crimes in the Atlanta area. She is also currently investigating Trump over his alleged meddling into the 2020 presidential election, including a phone call to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, during which he pressured him to find the votes to help him win. This is not her character. This is not who she is. I done had auntie to nephew, mother to son type of talks with her. I know this is not her character. This is what made me start looking at the YSL case like I know it's bigger than just her. It's politics behind this ish. It's other people that's behind her pulling strings. Rolling Stone journalist Andre G., who conducted the interview, debunked the allegations by clarifying that Mondo made no mention of any sexual relationship with Willis during their conversation. This is my report. Mondo didn't say or imply anything close to that at any point in our conversation. Donald Trump has been at odds with Willis as he attempts to discredit prosecutors investigating him and may soon face RICO charges in the state of Georgia for his alleged election fraud.
Now, here's the thing. Mondo is not the person that she's initially accused of sleeping with. The person is Donovan Nutt Thomas, as you see me type in. But I think that blogs are being covered because Trump already exposed some truth, so now they're trying to finesse it to make it seem like it was somebody else. But it was definitely Donovan Nutt Thomas. I'll play the ACT interview in a few minutes, but we'll let this rock for a couple seconds and see what's up.
According to The Guardian, while Young Thug will remain behind bars until the YSL RICO trial begins, YSL Mondo, who was not charged in that case, was recently arrested after missing a court date in connection with a separate incident last month in which he was accused of strangling a woman. After his court date no-show, federal agents with the U.S. Marshals Task Force, GBI agents, and Cobb County deputies searched his home and found drugs, cash, and at least 3 guns. Mondo is now facing several felonies, including 3 counts of violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date on all of our new videos. And it's
Now, Chad, does that make sense how he does this Rolling Stone interview for one reason when he was never the one accused of sleeping with Fannie Willis? It was Donovan Nutt Thomas. So he makes this statement that something's behind the shit that she's doing, and he gets locked up for a RICO. Right after, he gets locked up for a RICO anyway, when he wasn't initially charged in the RICO. So it seems like it's all just a game everybody plays, right? Where you get yourself around the wrong people. You get enough money to get around the wrong. You get enough money to feel like you around the right people. The whole time, those right people are around the wrong people. And that's what I think happens a lot here. The right people be around the wrong people, and you try to get in around right people, they look good. They're good in your brain. Hey, this to connect to this and that. Little do you know, they to connect for you to go down, to go to jail. It's the right people being around the wrong people. And not specifically in this case, but just in general, man. Just in general. You can't say that every single person that's been wrapped up in any RICO case that's hit hip-hop has been a horrific person. Some of these kids that was shot in the head was balling their ass off, and they was finishing up high school, dying at 16, 15, 13. It's just really hard to make sense of it. That's what the problem is. It's really hard to make sense of it. I got a couple more topics. You know, we here. Again, pushing 10 minutes after the hour, man. And I appreciate everybody here again. For those that tapped in late, we've been on an upgrade mission. Me and my people behind the scenes to upgrade the stream and to just really get comfortable with what we're doing. And we're making great progress with it. I appreciate everything and everyone that's been involved in it. And just be here with us to grow, man. We growing. We gonna be, you know, we just gonna keep moving in the right direction. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot more to come, a lot more posts, a lot more, you know, content to come, a lot more live streams. I'm gonna be going live a lot more frequently. I'm gonna be dropping shorts. I'm gonna be doing up. Pardon me, I got a little bit of a sore throat, so. But I'm gonna be dropping shorts. I'm gonna be dropping just little clips, just quick cover stories, just things for you to keep y'all entertained. And then I'm gonna be doing my rollouts for the live stream. I got videography coming. I got an intro coming. I got a nice little cover. I got everything on the way, man. So need not to worry. Need not to worry. T Street is gonna be looking live and beautiful, like 42nd Street at 10 p.m. I promise. So when you pull up, you're going to see it's just going to be, small changes. I ain't want to brag. I just want y'all to see them as you pull up. I want to know who's supporting as we take off. I want to know who's here. I want to know, who really appreciates, just having just a discussion about shit. And please tap into the chat. Tap into the chat. You got to. Got to tap into the chat. I got to know how y'all feel about things. Y'all may disagree with me. Y'all may be like, man, you looking at it wrong, which I started this stream off saying, again, shout out to my bros, man. I started this off saying, man, I love conversation where it gives me a different point of view. It doesn't mean I necessarily believe it, but the two people that I, refer to in this video, they tend to do so. They tend to sway me just a little bit on how things just may seem. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I do this stream. It's just to have a different outlook on things, to have a different outlook on life. It's always better to have options, especially in a point of view. You don't want to go into nothing bullheaded or blindfolded, believing that your way is the best way. There's plenty of people who made it further than you. That right there contradicts your belief. So it's plenty of people who made it further than you with less than you. That's another contradiction to what you may believe at that point. So I think it's just important to always have a different point of view. And with that being said, man, welcome to T Street for real. Welcome to the T Street stream, man. We just gonna be talking our shit. We gonna be getting our point of views across. I'm gonna be eventually I'll be opening up a live chat where people can join in. I will be on Twitch. I have an account and everything set up. I've always had it. I'm just getting my feet in the door, getting my feet wet with, the whole content situation, but we moving at a pretty decent pace, so I'm not rushing anything. But I will be on Twitch. I also have a Rumble account, so I'm going to see which ones are going to be the most beneficial, and I am working to get Facebook Live running at the same time as my live stream. So I want all that situated. That's part of the upgrades that's coming, man. So we're going to be, pretty much everywhere all at once, pushing T Street. If you fuck with T Street, if you've been out here, it's similar to Bourbon Street, New Orleans, man. We come out here, we say what we want, we do what we want, we get lit, but we only do real shit. With that being said, I got more topics coming. We gonna live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna probably do it early because it's Saturday. I gotta, I got some plans. I got a life too. I got kids. I got things going on. I'm having motion for real. So I'm gonna be doing other things, but I'm definitely gonna try to get at least like an hour, 2 hours in tomorrow. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. I got another camera coming, so we're going to be dealing with the lighting and the effects. I appreciate everybody for dealing with, just what I got going on. I know it's not too bad. I ain't shitting on myself, but again, we've been behind the scenes working and working and working. So we got so much going on. I got a camera. I got everything already done. I just got to get everything set up, get everything in sync. And that's really the shit that I be, worried about is getting everything all in one accord, moving around, acting like you got four hands when you got two. You know what I'm saying? So, but we adjusting and we adjusting accordingly. And probably I'd say above that. So if you fuck with it, man, please leave comments. Any ideas, leave comments. Even if it's a simple comment, man, good job, whatever. Leave a comment. I appreciate y'all so much. And we'll be back tomorrow, man. I got so much more shit to talk about, so much more videos to break down, so much more things that we could, have discussions on, have point of views, so on and so forth. So get back with me. It's Friday. Go enjoy it. It's only 11:30. That's early to some. So go enjoy your Friday. We'll be here tomorrow at some point. I posted about a half hour before and we lit. Till then, love y'all. I'll see y'all soon, man. Get with me. T Street.